is a mystery box from Fairfield, and how did we do? Well, we thought the last break we did really well for mystery box standards. And we're going to see if we can repeat that. I don't know what we have there. It looks like it is a Leaf product. Last time we had a minor league product. 12 minor league cards, or you get them before they were big. So we'll do that one at the end. And it is going to be a hassle for us, as it looks like it is going to be a bunch of flipped around cards and a bunch of Fleer cards. Oh boy, it looks like we might have got a lemon in this one. Well, let's see what we can do here. We kick it off. Wow, they put a 2024 card in there of Joey Votto. So they're already getting 2024 cards. And then we flip it around and we got a purple shimmer of the Dodgers. I don't think that card's numbered. Oh, yes, it is. Maybe that's the hit. It's 592 of 799. Very interesting that they're putting in a purple shimmer in the... Unbelievable. Patrick Wisdom of the Cubs. There is Juan Yepez of the Cardinals. There's Michael Harris, his rookie card for the Braves. Julio Urias looking for a job, no longer in the big leagues. And then there's this guy. His career's over. What a waste. Then you got the Atlanta Braves. Then you've got Zach Davies, as we turn it around, from the Diamondbacks. Ian Happ of the Cubs. And who do we have here? The Toronto Blue Jays. But what year is that for Topps? 2005 team card of the Blue Jays. Well, can't go wrong there. John Garland and then Jimmy Edmonds. It looks like we're getting a run of cards from a specific year. And now we have Brady Anderson. I don't know how Matt Trainer got in there. Matt Trainer, he married one of the famous volleyball players. His wife is probably more famous than him. It was Misty May, and it was I think Misty May, is it Misty May Trainer, I think, is his wife. Arguably one of the best volleyball players of all time. Hall of Famer Jack Morris. There's Chris James of the Phillies. Rafael Santana of the Yankees. Mike Flanagan of the Blue Jays. There's a Giants in Scott Geraltz. There's Pat Combs of the Phillies. July 1st. The man everybody calls Bobby Bonilla Day. Jeff Robinson of the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's another checklist card. Got a Hall of Famer, all-time great, in Mike Schmidt. And then we got a bunch of these Fleer cards. These Fleer cards were from 1980, was it 89 Fleer? And you got Frank Viola, the winningest left-handed pitcher of the 80s. Jack Morris was the winningest right-hander. There's Chris Sabo of the Reds. Willie Randolph of the Yankees, Bruce Ruffin of the Phillies, Dave Dravecki of the Giants, Marvell Wynn of the Padres, Mike Heath of the Tigers, Terry Clark of the Angels, Larry McWilliams of the Cardinals, Rod Allen. I didn't know Rod Allen was an Indian. I always think of him as a Tiger. I thought he was also a Philly, too. I know he went over and played for the Hiroshima Carp. If you want a good video, go check out Rod Allen charging the mound in a Japanese game. You can look at that on YouTube. There's Gary Gaetti, and then you got the Triple A's, Canseco Steinbach and Mark McGuire. John Moses of the Twins, Mike Marshall of the Dodgers. There is Terry Kennedy, catcher for the Baltimore Orioles. Of course, I remember him more with the Padres. Mitch Webster of the Cubs. Ruben Sierra, quite the, I guess he's a salsa singer in Latin America, more famous for his salsa dancing or whatever it might be than he is actually his baseball career. There's Tom Brookins of the Tigers. Tim Wallach, pretty solid third baseman for Les Expos. There is Kent DeCalvi of the Phillies. Cannon Arms, Bonillo and Sabo, Craig Lefferts and Frank Williams. And now we're going to dig into the Donruss. I wonder if this is a regular pack. Why would anybody want to repack this? What year was this one from? I can't remember what year it is. We'll have to dig into it when we go and look. Looks like it is sealed pretty good. So I often wonder sometimes if these ones are repacked wax, but I wouldn't think. I think these are the 91s. These are the red ones, if I'm not mistaken. Why, this one here is attached to the back pretty good. You got a puzzle piece. These are 1990s, sorry, not 91. What do we have? We got a Hall of Famer in Ozzie Smith. We got Corey Snyder, not a Hall of Famer. Dave Stewart, Diamond King. Hall of Famer in Harold Baines. Sandy Alomar, rookie card, not a Hall of Famer. Joe Orsulak. Danny Pasqua had some decent years in the bigs. There was Alan Anderson, Harold Baines again, so 3 Hall of Famers in the pack. Should be a Hall of Famer, Curt Schilling. If you put aside his political views, obviously Schilling had himself a pretty good career. Jay Howell of the Dodgers, Glenn Braggs of the Brewers, Mark Lemke of the Braves. There's Vaughn Hayes of the Phillies. We got Billy Ripken. Nothing at the end of the bat there for Billy. Another Hall of Famer in Kirby Puckett and Bob Ojeda to wrap it all up for the New York Mets. So what do we have? I think we had 3 Hall of Famers. So not too shabby. And who was the hit in the pack? Well, maybe it was that. We have to go all the way back, and it has to be that purple shimmer of the Dodgers. One would have to think that would be the case. All right, everybody. Well, let us know what you think. Obviously, we've had a couple of breaks. We got one more to go of this. Let us know what you think in the comments section. Was it worth it? This is another Last Drops Baseball Cards break. We'll see you again tomorrow for one more Fairfield Box.